What's up?
Hey.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
I forgot to tell you that I linked your channel. I forgot to tell you that. So you're live
Okay.
too.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm live too? Okay. Hey, y'all.
Hey. So I see D is in the chat. D said he's gonna be running a little late. Hey, boo. So we are here to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race. As you guys know, the new season started at the beginning of the year. We are on season 15. So Ebbie, myself, and D, he'll be here eventually, child. You literally just finished watching the episode. Oh Lord, I'm sure you have opinions, honey. I'm sure you have
Lord,
opinions.
here we go. I know he happy about what happened in the last episode.
Listen, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Do I look, El Teddy, do you want to come up? Jesus, let me pray on that one.
Oh, in the name of Jesus. Bless it, Father.
Because you know, El Teddy, I need you, El Teddy will come up and we
Put
know
on a
how
blue
you
t-shirt.
put on a blue t-shirt, the color blue. The color blue.
The color is blue.
um, but anyway, so um sure, okay, I'll send you the link. Give me a second. I'll send you the link. So we kind of have to go through 4 episodes. So we're gonna kind of we're not gonna go like a traditional review. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go through all of the queens because some of them have because some of them have, obviously been dismissed because we're on episode 4. But we're gonna go through all the queens. I'll tell you, I'm sending you the link now. Go find a blue shirt. Because we said so.
Sexy.
Huh?
Not KK says she just watched the Bishop Sunday sermon, so pray for her. Oh God.
Why you do that? Why would you put that even in your
Why
spirit?
in your spirit, man? Why would you even
Child, the other day I was looking at him and he said that burning sage was demonic. I never heard that before. I'm gonna have to talk to somebody that I actually trust and find out what they say about that.
not demonic, but it's a ritual. As in,
He said it invites demonic spirits into your home, like
that's the
robbery.
exact opposite of what it does. But okay, fine.
Right. He said like robbery. He said robbery, assault, and he said and homosexuals. I said
He
what?
went to the same school as Akon, so I can't say take
Well,
anything he
that
says
is true.
seriously.
Blue is the color of the day. Yes. You loving the hair. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, your hair is super cute. I like it.
Thank you. And it's all mine.
Listen,
Because
mine isn't.
this has been a journey. When it broke off and fell off, and some of y'all probably know, some of y'all might not know. We've been putting pieces in to make it fuller and all of that. But this is all me.
Come on, all you. This is all my money that I paid for. I just.
She said, but this is demonic. I'm about to burn the biggest sage I can find. I'm not doing this with y'all today. Shout outs to the members in the house. So El Teddy will be up in a moment. We're gonna go ahead. First of all, let's just talk general because I know El Teddy wants to be in on the as we go through each queen moment. So I'll wait for him to come up. But generally speaking, how are you enjoying the season so far? We're in episode 4. How you feeling about it?
I'm okay with the season so far. I'm glad people are going home. Everybody is going home every week. Somebody is going home. I would just want to reiterate that because that wasn't our testimony in the last season. Every week, somebody is going home. Now, I don't want it to stall. Yes, Tilly. I'm back. Yes. You okay?
Hey, Scootable.
No, and Mama said.
Okay. So what can I do for you? What you need from me? Huh?
Mommy.
You need me to do what? I can't come with you right now. What you need? Excuse me, I gotta be Mima for a second.
Right, be Mima.
Not you shush me.
Oh, okay.
You shushing me, Mom? Go ahead, man. Be quiet. Okay.
All right. So anyway, let's get into this thing. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm liking some of the new things that I see we're doing. I'm gonna wait and see where we're going with some of this stuff. Um, at this point, I'm a little concerned about is Rue just phoning it in. Like the snatch game, like that outfit she wore for snatch game, that is from the Met Gala. Like that's not, and I'm not saying she can't wear stuff more than once, but I'm just wondering. Like I'm just,
I'm feeling
oh,
like
he's here.
what you need, Tootie?
I don't have no blue. This is the best I could do.
Okay.
That's blue. What are you talking about? You don't have no blue.
anything?
That is literally blue.
My hat is blue, but this is like aqua turquoise maybe. But if y'all
Well,
take
on
it out,
camera, it looked blue.
oh, okay.
It looked blue to me. Okay. So the question I was asking is overall, and okay, we'll get into the TikTok social media versus tradition. We'll get into that in a minute. But overall, how are you about this season? We're in episode 4.
I feel
Overall, how you
like
feeling?
I feel like it's time for Rue to hand it over. Because I heard what you were saying. Somebody like a Shangela, somebody from like early on. It's time for her to hand the reins off to someone else because she just she doesn't give anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Right.
if she hands it over to one of the younger girls, it will make take that next step when it'll be more in tune with the younger generations and stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time for a whole I like TS on there, but it's time for Michelle to go. It's time for Ross to go. It's time for what's due with the blonde hair.
Carson?
The judge, huh?
Which one?
Carson Kressley? Carson?
Carson, yeah, Carson. Thank you. I just think, and they're not doing as bad as Rue to me, but I do. They can still call it RuPaul's Drag Race. I have no problem with that. But I do think, and maybe they card her out once an episode, once every other episode, but they have someone else younger, more in tune with today's young drag queens to host. That's just how I feel. I don't know.
Well,
So you want to
and I
replace
feel
all
you
of
on that
them?
one. Now, I like, yeah, I think Michelle say, even though Michelle irritates me, there are certain things with Michelle's critique that I think are valid. My problem with Michelle is that she's not consistent. When she decides that she likes somebody versus who she doesn't like, there are things she'll let slide. Like I don't have any problem with her talking to people about Patty. I don't have any problem with her
No, no,
talking to
no, and
people
I
about,
agree.
you know what
I
I mean. So
I
I
definitely
like
agree.
Michelle, even when she get on my
But
nerves.
what
I'm
I'm
here for
saying
Michelle.
is, what I'm saying is, there are people, younger that will be just as critical, have the same critiques, and I just feel like they're at a crossroads where I feel like they need to infuse some younger people in that can do the same things, have the same critiques, but know how to say it to that younger, you know what I'm saying, to that younger crowd in a language
Mhm.
that they all understand and accept, and it will come across to the audience as well, not just to the queens, but also to the audience. I really love to see what the demographics for the ratings looks like. That's what I would love to see.
Hmm. Well, I didn't even buy. I honestly didn't look it up, so I couldn't tell you. But I will say this. So let's just get into it. What I was telling Ebbie is because we kind of have 4 episodes to get through. I'm not gonna kind of do it like traditionally. First, we're gonna go through the queens, and then let's talk about some of these challenges, and then let's talk about these eliminations and these lip syncs. We could kind of go that
Okay.
way. Um,
Okay.
but I don't have different looks. I just know pictures. So let's just go. They're not. This isn't in any particular order, you guys. It's just the order in which I uploaded the picture. But let's just go down the list. Let's go down the list. Let's start with
Why she got
Elsa.
her legs rolled up like that? Why she
I'm
got
good.
Anitra.
I ain't going anywhere. I'm here.
How
I'm still
do
here.
we feel about Miss Announced for the talent show, I love the duck walk kick, martial arts situation. How y'all feeling about Miss Anitra?
She's middle of the road for me. She's real
Right.
middle of the road.
Yeah. She's forgettable.
She's not too bad,
She's
not too
forgettable for
good.
me. Like I
Yeah.
honestly forget her.
hmm Yeah. She's
Yeah.
very middle of the road.
Abby, how do you feel about Miss Anitra?
I like her, but she's becoming very like one note. Like how many
Yeah.
jumpsuits, bathers, everything is metallic. I feel like everything is. I know one runway was specifically metallic, but I feel like every look that she has brought with her
hmm But
has.
here's the deal, Ebbie. I don't remember a lot of her looks except for when she did the duck walk.
That's what I was gonna say. She's forgettable for me.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
really
I
remember.
agree.
Nothing really
That's what I'm
sticks
saying.
out
For
to me.
me,
Like I'm like, who is this again?
even when I'm taking my notes, even when I'm writing my notes, she is just forgettable. But I don't dislike her, but she just hasn't. I mean, yeah, she did great in the talent show, but other than that, she really, really. I mean, we're 4 episodes in, and that's all I know. All right, next, we have Miss Irene, who we know. I mean, it's no spoiler alert. She was the first one eliminated. But do we think her talent show was horrible. I don't know who thought. I mean, I don't know what that was for, what that was about.
I think
But do you
that
think
she
if
made
she
a
had gotten
calculated
past,
mistake.
okay,
I think she made a calculated mistake. I think she could have lasted longer, but she killed herself. That was a
I agree.
very calculated mistake. She really could have lasted longer. She's an experienced queen that probably did have a whole lot to bring, but
I
yeah.
agree.
Now, consequently, I
Yeah, I
do think
definitely
too
agree
many
that
people played it
she had a lot
safe.
to do with.
I do think too many people played it safe in that first episode with the talent show. I think way too many
I
people
agree.
played it safe, but I think she was way too far out there. Like it was like, girl, what are we doing?
Right, I agree. 100%. Abby, what you got? I'm gonna go back to my notes for
I
episode
forgot she
one.
was
Go
on the
ahead,
show.
Abby.
I forgot who she was. I forgot she was on the show. Um, that's the one who
Exactly.
poured the water.
Mm-hmm.
Child, baby, you could.
Yes, Sharon.
No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
And again, I know what she was going for, but it just and I understood. She said, "Oh well, I had to eliminate stuff, but you eliminated the funny. Like you eliminated the funny.
And stuff
It
like that,
hit
she could have
everyone.
saved. Had she made it, it looks like she might have been great to help them with the heaven thing where they were doing had to come up with the script. Like I feel like she should have saved something like that. Well, I feel like she would have did well in that, but she ain't make it. So, girl, well,
Well,
yeah.
that
Right.
them's the
So let me
breaks.
just go through. Let me go through because I agree with El Teddy. Let me go through the talent.
Oh wow,
Lux.
we agree. We need to do this more often.
So we have Lux London. She did it. I wrote did a song. Mistress Isabel song. LaDuca. She tried to sing live. We'll get to her in a minute. She's another one that took a calculated risk. It didn't really work out so much for her, but I appreciate the effort. Marsha. She gave us that dance routine. You could tell that she's classically trained and there's a talent there. Robin Pierce dance. Irene Dubois. Okay, that was the glass of water.
We got this
Anitra
big fella.
dance with the martial arts with the duck walk situation. Sugar song, Poppy song, Selena Estides song, Amethyst lip sync song. She did the Been Around the World one again. She tried to do something different, didn't really work for her. Aurora dance routine. I wrote in my notes, not impressed. Sasha Kobe lip sync song. Now Jax I like the dance with the hair and the flips and all of that. I wrote in my notes. I wrote capital YASSSSS. I was impressed by her. But when you go through all of these, there's so many of them. I agree with you, El Teddy, that they played it safe. They just played it safe. But I do agree that Irene, I think she would have given us something. I think she was kind of gone too soon. I do think she would have had something to add to the competition. And she definitely would have gave us the bitch factor this season. All right.
I
Next
didn't like
we
her.
have
I didn't like. Wait, I didn't like her off screen.
oh
Who?
okay, hold on.
Irene. I didn't like her. Her drag situation was
Hold
cute,
on.
but
I'm
her
sorry. I feel like my computer is lagging today. I'm sorry.
her drag her out of drag was unpleasant to me. Her personality out
No,
of
the
drag.
next
I didn't
person
like
who she put up is the one who was unpleasant to me. That's who get on my nerves.
that. Oh God.
Right,
The
but I agree,
amethyst.
Abby. That's why I said she would have definitely. I don't want to cuss in front of Scooter Boot, but that's the one she definitely would have gave us the bitch of the season. I agree. Yeah. All right. Next we have Amethyst. El Teddy, you said what now?
Yeah, she's the one whose personality and attitude I can't deal with. She works my last nerve. I'm not here for Amethyst. And not her drag, but just her off, out of drag demeanor, attitude. She just, I don't know why she rubs me the wrong way. She just does, and she may not have even done anything, but I just can't get into her attitude and personality. I just can't. Mm-mm.
Isn't Amethyst the one that had a situation entanglement with Robin?
With the black guy.
Is that Amethyst?
Yes, with Robin
hmm
Fierce. Yes.
hmm
Okay. Yeah.
And they
Okay.
still talking about it online to this day. They still talking about it, going back and forth.
Yeah, they've had it a minute. They've been going back and forth. Child. Anybody got
I don't
time
know
for
what
that?
they do.
Next
Child,
person is
what
the
was they
person
doing?
that
Oh well, yeah.
They was comparing purse
the
sizes
next
or
person is
something
the
like.
person um that's all it is, you know. I broke up with you, you broke up with me, you didn't break up with me, I broke up with child. Now this is who I got my eye on because after this last episode, I mean after that third episode when they had to go in teams and her little attitude, she got a little funky attitude. I gotta keep my eye on Miss
She can
Jax.
go.
Now I
She
loved
can
her
go.
I loved her talent. Her talent, I loved her talent, but the
The
way she
jump rope
acted in
over
that
here, but
third
it's been
episode, she
downhill. It's been downhill since then, though.
literally physically moved. Yeah, was it Spice that she moved? She literally physically moved Spice and was like, "You need to go down there."
Like, but my thing is, she's cute as a boy. You know, every season you have one or two that's cute as a boy. To me, she's more attractive as a boy than she is in drag. Her drag is real, mm. but she's more attractive not in drag than she is in drag. I'm just saying.
I
Mm. Okay.
like. I feel
Abby,
like
stop that.
she doesn't manifest her feminine very well.
hmm Yeah,
So
that's what I
even when
said.
she's in
Yeah,
full drag,
she
it's
doesn't give
still
me.
her energy is real
Yeah,
masculine. Even when she's in full get up, even in full geesh,
I
she's
agree.
still very masculine,
Hmm.
very
I agree, and that's going to get old. The judges are gonna. That's going to get old with the judges real easily.
absolutely. And I don't know what we ain't got to this week yet in that outfit she had on.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know
God,
what we're doing.
it was the wrong
All right,
answer.
next we have Miss Lucy. How we feeling about Lucy?
Why did I not know that's how you spell her name?
I knew that's how. I didn't notice her until this week. She had been mixed in the crowd until this week. Now she did great this week, right? Didn't she win this week?
No.
Uh, yeah.
I think that
Wasn't
was
she?
her.
That
Yeah.
was Joan Rivers, right?
hmm
Yeah, I think she
Mhm.
And
was. Joan Rivers.
I think that's
Yeah.
where editing made a mistake because I wasn't sure exactly who was playing which people in the snatch game. You know what I'm saying? And because we're not as familiar with these girls yet, sometimes I was like, okay, who is this? You know what I'm saying? And I got kind of confused. I don't
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
have the
feel like
whole list. I'll
Lucy's
get
the
to
dark
I'll
horse.
get the snatch game in a minute.
But yeah, I don't remember her until this week. So
Yeah,
she's another one middle of the road. I don't remember what she do.
Okay, we'll get the
Yeah, I
snatch
feel
game
like
in a minute.
she if
All
they
right.
have a bunch of acting challenges and stuff and comedy challenges, she might come up from the back and give us a run for her money.
I think she's a dark horse. I really think she's a dark horse. But right now, I just forgot
Okay.
who she was until this week. So she might be a dark horse. She can make it to
Yeah.
the final four if she, continues to do what she does.
Go see what
Mhm. Okay. How we feeling about Miss 40 inches wig? How we feeling about Miss Lux?
Girl,
40 inches.
girl, girl, girl. She do way too much talking. Like, mama, shut up. Just shut up. I just want her to shut up. That's all I want her to do. That's really because she came on here talk about. Well, we ain't got the Snapchat. We'll get the Snapchat later. But she do way too much talking. Her drag is okay, but it ain't worth all of that talking that she be doing. Because Mama talks like she is the Don, the Da, and the Duh, and it's real like okay, okay, girl, you been doing drag for half a second. It's mediocre. I mean, it ain't bad, but it ain't like ooh ooh ooh. I don't know. She talked too much for me. I just want her to shut up. That's it. That's all.
Ooh, Abby, how you feeling about Miss Lux?
Um, I'd be rooting for everybody black. Uh, that's where I'm at with her right now. Her runway, she be eating the girls up on the runway. I give her that. But
She reminds me of Simone on the runway.
yes.
Yeah, on that look she had, the was it the metallic look or was it that
And
jumpsuit?
she gives me
One of
a
those looks
Simone
with her
light.
makeup. Yeah,
She
with her
gives me
makeup and the
Simone
wig.
light.
I mean, I'm not saying she's on Simone's level, but she reminded me of Simone. She really did.
Like I see
All
emulations
right.
of Simone in her, but she ain't quite got that punch in the mouth like Simone would give you when she come out there. Because
Yeah.
Simone come out there and turn it head.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't do
This
this. I don't know
Malaysia
why I
baby
did it
fox,
like this.
the one that had the foxtails with every outfit. I feel like that's her theme.
She
She
gives
got a theme
me
and nobody
what
knows it.
she's gonna have to do. To me, she's gonna have to do like what's my girl um from Dallas who was a pageant girl and had to make that transition from just being pageant to doing what she needed to do on the show. Start with an A. Oh God,
Yeah.
damn, Akiria. She's gonna have to do like Akiria had
Oh,
to do, where Akiria came in as a pageant girl. Those girls that's in that world, but in order to win this competition, you got to break out of that. Remember when they did that whole acting challenge, and Akiria finally kind of like broke out of this whole "I got to be perfect" pageant girl kind of look, and
yeah.
came into her own and made it. I feel like that's going to have to happen with Malaysia. She gives me Miami Queen now. Those Miami girls, they know how to beat their mugs. They know how to be polished. They gonna give you the pageant girl, but she's gonna have to break out of that and do
Yeah,
something to
she's gonna
wow
have to. I agree. I agree 100%. She's gonna have to break out of that shell. She's gonna
me.
definitely have to push herself because I agree. The mug, I love the mug. Like even with this, and I know we haven't gotten the snatch game, but she had Saucy Santana down, but you
She
didn't
did,
give
and
me
if she
nothing.
would have been as gregarious as the other big girl was, who was playing Rosie O'Donnell, she could have probably took that because she had all of the mannerisms that she could have carried. Because Saucy Santana is a big personality, and I
Right.
don't think she gave enough. They just
Right.
let what's my girl name take over, who was Rosie O'Donnell.
She just needed
Yeah.
to be able to interact with the girls the
Hmm.
way because the reason Lucy won is not only because her impersonation was spot on, but the fact that she was so comfortable with it. She could, it didn't
Right.
matter who she
To
was
feed
talking
off of
to.
everybody,
She
she
had right.
immediately had a joke to feed off of everything.
Exactly. Because when Sasha Colby waved that cross at her and she hollered out, it burns. I sc- I personally
Listen,
screamed out like
she.
because
I
I
was
found that to
literally
be
laughing
funny.
at Joan Rivers. Like
I
I
was.
honestly was laughing out
In
loud, and
all
that
actuality,
doesn't always happen with Spicy.
but in all actuality, people didn't pick up the cues. She was actually helping them.
She
Like
was
there
trying. She
was
was soft
things
throwing
that she
softballs
would
to
say
everybody.
to try to help
She
somebody,
was.
and they never picked up the ball and ran with it. And I'd be like, "Girl,
She
Mama
really
tried to help
was.
you."
She really was. I agree with y'all on that. She really was. Now we have Miss Marsha. I think
Mama, you
she's a
need to
one note
understand that you're a
trick.
drag
What do you
queen.
guys think?
You are a drag queen, baby. We need makeup, honey, baby. Otherwise, you're just
Baby.
a young, prepubescent boy with a wig on,
Right.
sweetheart.
She's just a
Mama,
pretty
I,
boy.
yeah, you need some
Not
contouring, baby. We need makeup,
does she have to
mascara,
be a
baby. We
pretty
need all of
professional
it.
though?
And then you gonna wear no makeup, and then you one of the flat chested queens too. Girl, get your life in order. Girl, it's not working for me. It's not working.
And
It
you know,
gives
like
me.
I
I
know,
should
it
not be
ain't but so
watching.
many more times she gonna run away. And that she did step up the makeup, this last episode, but it still ain't giving me.
It still,
It
yeah,
still
it
ain't
still
giving me
ain't giving.
drag. I mean,
It sure ain't. And the thing of yeah,
all right.
mama, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
When RuPaul has to say, "Where's your padding?" Borrow some lashes from one of your sisters. When RuPaul has to say it to you, how embarrassed do you have to be to get on national TV as a drag queen and
When they
be
tell you it wouldn't
and
hurt to have
for
some
the
padding,
queen of all the drag queens to look at you and be like, "Baby, you're not gonna pad? You ain't gonna put no makeup
but
on,
to
no
me, that's
lashes, no
the
nothing."
disconnect, Ebbie, with these new school girls thinking that drag is simply just throwing on a wig and a little bit of foundation, and I could go out here and do drag because I got a feminine looking face. That's to me, that's not drag. That's not how this works. Drag involves a whole lot. It's a transformation. It's supposed to be female impersonation. So there's a whole transformation that you have to give off. I don't know, child. That's that disconnect. Maybe I'm too old school. Y'all know how I feel about it. I'm too old school. But child,
Well, we're gonna have that conversation in a minute. Princess Poppy, how we feeling about Princess Poppy?
I liked her little
another.
Exactly.
outfit with the
Forgettable.
bows on it.
Yeah, I was about to say it. You said it
Forgettable.
before I did.
Jesus.
You said it before I did. Really be, and I think to me, I'm gonna just say this. This goes even to. I know you were talking about this with Paul, but even just with casting, the casting this season was real. Like I'm sure they get thousands upon thousands of submissions from girls
Mhm.
that do real good, top notch, top tier drag, and some of these girls y'all got on here is like, girl, what? Who? That's what y'all decided to go with. So that's why I'm just like, it speaks to the poor casting and selection process that we have this many girls. It's like, girl, I don't remember. I don't know who this is. Hmm.
They listen. They seem
Mhm.
to. I don't mean no harm. I feel bad, almost bad for saying this, but the little young white ones are all interchangeable. Does anybody else
They
feel like that, or is it just me?
No, that's the whole. That's the point that I'm making. That is the
Okay.
point that I'm making.
listen. I'm with you when you right, girl. I'm with you when you right. Because I again, when I say forgettable, I'm like they're not giving me anything. They're not standing out. Like that's why I say I feel like we lost something with Lucy because even though, like you said, Ebbie, you didn't necessarily like her character off camera. You knew who she was. You remembered her. She gave you something to say, even whether you like it or not. She gave you something. I mean, girl, you wrong about having 40 inches on that wig, but you gave us something. I remember you. You know what I mean? A lot of these they just end up because I'm gonna be honest. I know you just said that about the white queens, but I feel this way about Miss
But Robin
Robin.
is the
Like,
same
girl,
way.
what are you giving me?
Robin is the same way. Robin, how did you make it on this show? Because
You are giving
I'm
me
waiting for
nothing.
Robin to do something. I feel like that
girl,
little kid on The Incredibles when he rolled up on the bike in the driveway and he was like, then dad was like, "What are you waiting for?" She's like, "I don't know, something incredible, I guess." I'm waiting. I'm
like
waiting, daughter.
Robin
What you
is
got?
Because
forgettable. Why
listen,
are you here?
Robin, I can tell y'all because y'all know, right? Robin has not been in my notes since the talent show when I wrote down her talent. She barely made my notes for Snatch Game because I don't even know who she. I had to go back and look and remember
She was
who she
supposed to be
played.
Karen. I think
she was
your friend, the Grand Dame.
Right. She was your girl.
That's right.
And that was awful.
But listen, and like I said in my review, she wasn't funny. She was
At
Karen.
all.
She was giving us Karen's minds, but she
Karen
wasn't making
is not
it funny.
the character that you would have on
All
Snatch
right.
Game. But we'll talk about that then.
Yeah, she could have made her funny. She could have made her funny. But neither here nor there. Selena Estes or whatever. What y'all think about
like
Selena?
Selena. I like her because I like a queen that's always ready to read. Selena gives me, she hosts, a drag brunch or something. Mama is always ready to read a girl down. And that's what I need out of my drag queen. Some of her looks miss the mark for me. I'm not gonna lie, some of her looks, but I like her personality.
She's very Alexis Mateo Jr. Bam, baby. That's what she gives me. Very Alexis Mateo. That's what Miss Titties gives me. Alexis Mateo.
Okay. And now we get to
Mother said that Robin reminds people of Sahara Davenport.
Oh, Mother, you want to come up? I actually meant to tell you about it when I talked to you yesterday and see if you wanted to join. But if you want to come up, let me know. You know what?
I was waiting for Robin Fierce to go laugh with that I'm from Surrey County.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could do stuff to me. First of all, if you're gonna do Karen, you have to give us Karen's most iconic moment. Girl, if you don't get up there with your wig twisted and have to fix the wig, like that is the most. If you do watch the show, that is the most iconic thing about Karen Huger. If you don't, you still could have done things to make it funny. I am the Grand Dame. Da 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 da. Blah, blah, blah. Like there were ways to make that funny, and you didn't even know who the hell Karen is. That's the thing about Snatch Game. I go back to what's my girl? Ebbie, the one that just won All Stars. Jinx Monsoon. Nobody knew who the hell that character was Jinx played in her first Snatch Game, but she made her hilarious. So it doesn't always have to be a mainstream person if you make it funny. I don't have to know who these people are to laugh. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know any of the Grand Dame fans, but I know enough to get up there, and I would have been the most ratchetest housewife. Listen.
Right. I mean, you
don't have to know if you are funny. We don't have to know who the person is worth a damn.
Just like the mama girl who did that guy.
Got up there and did Little Edie. Nobody knew who that was.
The girl who did the old man, she was hilarious to me, and I had no idea who he was. But I thought she played that part
Tim Gunn.
Wonderfully.
Tim Gunn is fun. Yeah, she was good.
Tim Gunn, yes. He's from Project Runway.
And let me say this, like, so for example, with Karen, I would have played up that I'm the Grand Dame and everything is about etiquette and in order. I would have came out there handing out books on etiquette because that's what Karen did to Giselle. Gave her a book on what is. I would have, you know what I mean? I mean, you play it up to what it is. But anyway, that's Spice. One half
we did all of that because Spice
for the first time in RuPaul's history, we have twins. They are a lot of these are TikTok stars. We're gonna get to that in a second. But they are twins. How do we feel about Miss Spice?
Okay, so before El Teddy go on a sugar spike, but behind these twins, I just want to say, even though they not performance-wise where I think they need to be, their faces are always correct. And that's not everybody's testimony on this show. But them faces,
I'll give you that.
Damn.
My thing is this. Being a drag queen is not simply... Well, let me start with the good. I think they're more so drag than some people that we see even on this season. I will say that. However, and I'm not speaking about Sugar and Spice. Well, no, I'll save this for when we get to that topic later. Sugar and Spice, when they performed, I didn't not like it. So I did like them when they performed. But I expected them to do well in performance because they perform on TikTok all of the time. What I did appreciate about them is their drag. They were they had that white girl drag look. They stuck to the assignments. But if I'm being honest, this past week, y'all performing in tandem and together, I would have sent both of y'all ass home. If it were
I
me,
was thinking the
I would have
same
sent
thing.
both of their ass home. Baby, this is a competition. Y'all supposed to be competing. Baby, both of y'all can go home. Thank you for coming. Drive safely. Because that was not
But
what
I
we
think
actually
that
did.
comes from them always performing together, and
Mm-hmm.
they haven't never. I don't think they've ever really done the things independent of each other. They are always like the exact opposites of each other. Like Sugar, of course, is gonna be the sweet pink girly thing, and Spice is gonna be the demon child, whatever, whatever. But they still, even though their aesthetics are the opposite, they still are connected and in tandem with each other.
Because they
And this
because
lip
they
sync
complement
proved
each
that
other.
because it was terrible. The lip sync was terrible. I too would have been a double.
It would have been a
Bye.
double
Thank you.
elimination.
Thank you for your services.
It would have
Thank
been a double elimination. But we'll get to that. Well, I'll save all of my commentary. I'll just keep to what I saw of them in their aesthetic. I like their aesthetic and their drag. I like what they do with their drag. I will say that I do like what they do with their drag.
Loretta,
Both
did you
Sugar
send Mother
and
the
Spice.
link?
All right, so here's Sugar. You said who?
I said, did you send Mother the link?
Your mother said send her the link.
Okay, I'm coming. It's on its way, mother. Woo, woo, on its way.
I don't need to talk about Sugar because the same thing for Spice is the same thing for Sugar for me. So
Absolutely.
I agree. I agree. I'm sending the link, and then So let's go ahead and have the conversation. Actually, I'll
let
wait.
me spike out
I
first.
would definitely want to hear. Okay, go ahead on your spike out, child.
Okay, so can you take the lady off my fucking face? I'm sorry. Like,
I'm gonna need you to
girl,
calm down. I told you I was sending the link. Hey, I told you I was sending the link to Mother, so I'm gonna need you to calm your down. Mother, you have the link, my love. Hair
but let
flip,
me say this.
hair flip.
And
That was
okay,
funny to
I
me.
think they do a disservice to people like Sugar and Spice, not because Sugar and Spice, that's a whole segment of drag, and they do what they do on the TikTok. But for this medium or this show, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
I
because this is
feel like
legit
they
a
did them a
pageant.
disservice because they don't know that world. They don't come from the world of having to be over here performing in the dressing room with other girls who's trying to sabotage you and trying to do everything they can to do better than you. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they know is you put up your thing, you be done rehearsing everything. It's not as much of a competition for them as much as it's a I'm just trying to gain more subscribers. But in the regular drag world, these girls would make it to they do great makeup to me and they even have good performances, but it goes a little further. And Mother maybe can talk about it maybe more than me because it's more like intangibles and things that I can't probably put into words that makes drag queens in this what we call traditional, I guess you would say drag, that they just didn't have. And that you can't get that from TikTok. You get that from going out and performing in front of the people and having the crowd make you adjust and make you do other things and feeding off of the other girls in the dressing room and feeling the atmosphere in the room. Whereas on TikTok, you don't have all of that.
I just want to say
All
everybody
right.
can't be Plastic Tiara. Everybody cannot be Plastic Tiara. Plastic Tiara's body is ridiculous, and all she has on is some
Ridiculous.
straps. Listen,
I
we
saw
saw
it
it
up
in
close and
person.
personal.
We saw
Right.
it up close and personal. She looked just like she looks on TikTok and social media and anywhere else. Did you see that girl? She looks just like that in person.
She
Like
bad.
it is her body is amazing. Everybody thinks that the little tiny things, they think, oh, my body is such and such and such. No, baby, you have a boy's body. I'm gonna need you to put some padding on that.
Right. You are not impersonating a woman.
Yeah, this plastique is something serious, honey.
Give me a second, please. Coming to the stage.
Oh, girl, stop.
Boy, aka Milan Trezor. Welcome, sir.
Knock it off. Knock it off. Anyway, child, can I say this before we get started? Like, really, like y'all already started, but truth be told, and I'm saying it here today, honey, my girls, them two, are actually more of an authority on Drag Race than I am. They really are. These two, child, they in it, they know it. They're more of an authority on the show than I am. So I just wanted to say that out in the public. But yeah, Miss Plastique is something serious, baby.
She
bad.
But I think too many people think they can go out there with no padding, no titties, no nothing, and think that that's gonna work. Baby, that don't work.
Surely don't.
It does not work. That's not drag.
Like, not when you're given the illusion. I mean, I'll use somebody like a Latrice Royale who has padding naturally, and she's still, the way she puts herself together, and she cinches and she tucks and she, like, come on, I don't mean tuck like that. I mean like tuck the rolls, the fat. You know what I'm saying?
She wears pads to pad out her hips so that her body is proportioned.
The big girls will tell you, even they will put on padding to add extra hips because a male figure does not have hips on the side. Like a big man still is not built like a big woman.
Yeah, our bodies are not forgiving as far as, curves. We don't have them. We don't come with them.
Just don't.
At any size. We just don't come with them. With the bottom. Now your top, like me on top, I don't have like this solid muscle definition. So I can get away with like strapless and stuff like that. Everybody really can't get away with wearing strapless and shoulderless gowns and dresses and tops. But I can get away with that. But on the bottom, you got to do a little something.
Mm-hmm. And like I was saying about Marsha, baby, you got to put some makeup on. Baby, you got to contour.
Child, do somebody's little cousin, honey.
Girl, it almost gives like, should I be watching?
Tim Gunn was sickening, though. Her Tim Gunn was sickening, but we ain't get there yet.
Yeah, nah, that Tim, listen, that old man. But she had to put on the
makeup. That old man.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So, right, she keeps saying the old man. So, for the first two episodes, of course, they came and they Mother, anything about the talent show? We already kind of talked about that, so we're going to roll into episode 3. But anything about the talent show that stood out to you or that,
Yes.
All right.
Anitra. It turned me into a Anitra fan, honey. I just went Team Anitra right away. Team Anitra, baby. The bodysuits, the performance. Ooh, the old nasty piece of red. You I got 2 pairs of red thigh. But and then it was Patton girl. Anitra. I turned Team Anitra. She won me over in one episode. I said, girl, you're not the prettiest thing. But baby, she tore that stage down.
Thought she should have won even over the jump roping over the hair.
I wasn't
to me should have won. To me, I put her as my number 1 after that first week. But
yeah,
that's it. That's all I got to say.
Episode 3. Okay, so episode 3, we have the first group challenge. And the way they chose the groups, Anitra was one group because she won the week before. Amethyst chose the second group because she lost, but she won the lip sync. Oh, she was in the bottom, I should say, but won the lip sync. And it was a third team, and they unfortunately became Team Leftover. And the challenge was they had to do an infomercial selling heaven, right? What does gay heaven look like? I think this was the first time we had a chance to see some of the personalities. Huh?
I'm not gonna lie. I was with Ruth. Every time Sasha did that neck thing, baby, I cackled and I fell out. Every time. That was they're like this. Baby, I fell out every time. I ain't gonna even lie. Now, I think they went
Right.
up for the Dolly
Anita's
Parton.
group had
I think they went up for the Dolly Parton more than I did. It was all right, but it wasn't really giving all that much to Dolly. And they went up for it. And I was like, oh, okay.
She sounded just like Dolly, though.
So, mm-mm.
okay. Let me just
Loretta.
go through the groups real quick. Group one was Anitra, and now we had Lux London, whatever. Selena, STDs, Sasha, Marsha, and who's this other person I wrote here? Oh well, I can't read my own handwriting. Amethyst was Lucy, Aurora, Spice, and Poppy. And my notes for group one, I wrote they did the whole bit with Palm Springs and stuff. Second one, I wrote raunchy humor, and I watched the Mother's review, and I agreed. We both agreed on that the raunchy you have to make
It
sure
didn't
it's
work.
funny. You can't be raunchy.
Mhm.
Funny. It was actually
And you're
cringy
talking about the
to watch.
raunchiest of raunchy. It didn't land for me. It did not land for me. And I'm as raunchy as they get. It didn't land for
We know
me.
your raunchy ass. Mistress. The third group was Mistress, Jax, Sugar, and Malaysia. And I wrote here that
I don't
they
even remember them.
disregarded. Um, Jax took over. I wrote they had no concept, and I wrote lazy because I feel like Mistress and Malaysia sort of played the back and sort of let them argue it out and take over and was kind of like, okay, well, whatever they do, we'll figure it out. And I just didn't feel like they put a whole lot of effort up with the concept.
I
So
think they were
I'll
trying
start
to
with Ebbie and then I'll
sabotage
work my way
Jackson
around.
that way.
I, you think so? Well, Jax definitely didn't do herself any favors on the runway, but we'll get to that in a second. Ebbie, how'd you feel about the challenges? Who was your favorite group? Whatever. Tell me what was your thoughts.
Uh, Again, I echo El Teddy. The group with Sasha Colby, I found to be the most amusing. I don't even remember the
Mhm.
third group or what they did and or said. That's how bad it was.
Right.
Um, I was tickled every time she cracked her neck to go to the next thing. That thing tickled me
Right.
down in my
Yeah.
spirit, my spirit, man. When she said, I said, "Oh Jesus!" um, I appreciated Dolly Parton for her sounding just like Miss Dolly. That's all I got. And so I feel like the right team rightfully won, and
Mhm.
bless the rest of them, Jesus, because no, thank you. Return to Sender, I don't want it.
I bless the rest of them.
um,
Mother, how did you feel about? I mean, I watched your review, but Mother's muted. Mother,
Yes. Give me the question again. I'm trying to share your video out
how
at
do you feel about
the
the?
same time.
Oh, I appreciate you. How do you feel about the How do you feel about the groups, the three groups? Like, who? What was your favorite? What stood out?
um,
What didn't work for you?
the no no the whole the I didn't like the nasty the real sexual jokes. They didn't land well.
I agree.
Um, Wrong time, wrong place. Um, Sasha was funny. That Sasha was funny. That it was funny, and I was kind of nervous for her. So I was kind of nervous for her. But yeah, Sasha was funny.
Yeah, I was nervous for her too. I was nervous for her too. El
Yeah, because
Teddy,
I thought
anything
she
you
just
want to
got in
add?
her head too much.
Add?
um, like I
Yeah,
said,
I
I
was
already
nervous
said I
for her,
love
especially when
Sasha,
she started.
and I agree with what everybody else said about the three groups. I still think the leftovers were the second best group. I think the raunchy group to me was the worst group for me. However, with Sasha, I think Sasha can make it all the way to the final four. However, comma, I do feel like Sasha, you make a very calculated mistake by keep telling us, oh, this is not a new outfit for me. I wore this at such and such. I think she's done that twice and told us that whatever outfit she's wearing on the runway is an old outfit. Even if it is, most of us watching don't know that, haven't seen it. So don't tell us that because, and maybe I'm just
No,
bougie like that.
she has to, because the way the fandom works.
But but some of
If
us
she
don't
doesn't,
watch
no,
the
if she
fandom.
doesn't, if she doesn't, they're gonna somebody's gonna say something.
Oh, I know they
And
are, but what I'm
And I
saying
don't see what the big
is,
deal is. But what's the big? I don't
to
understand what the
me,
big deal is.
for me, I think it does make me go, so really, you come on a stage this big and didn't think it well enough to have a brand new outfit because she's a pageant girl, and it would be like her going on a pageant and saying, "I'm finna wear this outfit that I wore way back when," and baby, they would drag her to oblivion in a pageant if she did that, especially like a big pageant like Miss Continental or something like that. And so to me, coming on a show like this is like her doing another Miss Continental. And baby, you know these girls be doing fundraisers, be boosting, stunting, and everything to get their coins up to get new outfits and things like that. Hell, people get new outfits for a new week at their local club. So I just feel like it kind of diminishes it for me. That's just my personal opinion. When you tell me that, I think you can be fresh and new. That's just me.
First of all,
Um,
clothes are meant
I
to be
agree.
worn more than once.
All right, I agree.
I don't understand spending thousands upon thousands of dollars for a gown, and you wear it one time and you can't never wear it again.
But that's what happens in the pageant world, especially if you're big like that. If you're big like that,
pageant though. I mean,
but what I'm saying is,
okay,
even if it's not a pageant, I'm not going to even just say pageant. Celebrities will tell you that. Somebody whose name is like a Sasha, whose name is out there, people know her. She's very well known. Maybe the girls look like, wait a minute, girl, I saw you in this before. What are you doing?
Wearing it again because I spent $10,000 on it. What you mean?
That's easy for us to say, but it will be
I
like,
just don't see.
It's easy for her to say as well.
But okay, all right. Right. Okay, hold on. I agree with what Jose said in the chat. Jose said it's making it easier for the next batch of queens to not feel like they have to spend so package. I agree. Let me welcome D. Hey my love. D reviews Drag Race on his channel. He does reactions. So welcome to the panel. You told me you were running late, so it's all good, love. So on episode 3 with the team challenge, thoughts on the challenge, who stood out, who bombed, what you like, what you
so the ones that I actually agree with Ru, who he picked as a top 3. I did like Lucy. I did like Lux. Only thing with Lux, they didn't show much of her, but what they did show, I liked a lot. Sasha, I liked. I'm glad they only showed that head thing a certain amount of times, because I feel like if they had overdone it, it would have gotten stale. But and hear me out when I say this. I love Sasha Colby. But if you're going to keep saying your mother, you got to step up. Like, I'm seeing it, but I'm not seeing it the way how people has explained to me who she is, because I'm not familiar with her. But
I'm familiar with her, but
the thing is, the way how people was talking about, oh my God, Sasha Colby, I'm going to expect like a higher expectation. Like the metallic outfit she had, it was cute, but it was a bodysuit.
And that was one of the outfits she said, oh, I wore this before. Girl, you got to give me something new.
She did not. No, she didn't.
I thought that was one of the outfits she said.
No, it was just her gown.
No.
Just her gown.
I know it was 2. I saw
mentioned
2.
it once. No, she only
just a gown.
But her runway, just episode 1 runway with that headpiece. She only said it once.
Well, let me clear something up for you, D.
She won.
Okay,
she even said the $5,000 will help me pay for my gown. She even said it. Go ahead, mother. Go ahead.
Let me clear something up for you. Sasha Colby is that girl in a certain realm of girls. Think Baton Show Lounge. She's a body girl. She's a get naked and do like a whole burlesque type of situation. When it comes to that stuff, she's that girl because her hair is real and her body is sickening, and that she's that girl in that realm, and she can actually pull off choreography and stuff like that. But you had your sights set too high for her. Okay. She's not a Mimi Marks.
Okay.
She's not a Monica Monroe.
Oh wow.
Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So she's one of those body girls. She's the shit. She's that girl when it comes to like she can get naked.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what that is all about, Sasha. Because she's not even the most beautiful queen. When you look at that face ain't.
Y'all face ain't giving. She got to be real beat.
And I don't tear her up in the reviews because y'all can see her face, honey.
So when you see her out of drag, you know, baby, you got
excuse me,
how many layers on that face, honey.
And I appreciate.
I would like you to weigh in on the because I just believe that if Mother got onto RuPaul's Drag Race and you had a badass gown in your repertoire that you have worn at a different pad, so it just don't set right in my spirit that you're gonna leave it at home because you wore it somewhere else. I just don't think people are.
It's a double-edged sword.
And this is my problem with some of it because people are taking out loans.
Abby, I hear what you're
onto
saying.
This show and it's getting out of hand.
Ebbie, what I'm saying to you, and Mother, you could chime in, but what I'm saying is in the gay world and in the drag world, these people pay attention to stuff, little stuff like that.
Right.
That kind of stuff really does matter to them. I'm not saying that I disagree with what you're saying, but in this world and the people who follow drag and stuff like that, baby, you come out there in the gown that they done seen before in a big time stage like that, them girls gonna be like, especially the judges will be like, girl, the girl said you had that on before. Sorry. Girl. That's what they do.
Well, it's yes and no. Yes and no, because when you have a gown, El Teddy, that wins evening wear, you run the whole circuit with it. You run the whole circuit with it. If it wins evening wear, you run the whole circuit with it.
Well, thank you. First I want to say thank you, Spiller Boy, to you for clearing that with me. Because when I mentioned it to people, they wanted to crucify me. I just, like you said, I probably have my expectations high, but I'm like that because if you say somebody's gonna light the ground on fire, I expect that to a T.
Right. That's how it was with like Tamisha Iman. When Tamisha Iman came on, I spoke so highly of Tamisha, but I explained, listen, I go back to the 90s with Tamisha. She can't do the things that she used to do back then. But yeah, you're right in some area with that, El Teddy. If it with gowns, because the gowns, that's the big ticket. The gowns, you can repeat the gowns and people won't drag you too much. But it's like your dance costumes and stuff and your cover-up. No, you cannot keep running up with that and think that they're gonna give you, oh yes, girl. So no, like her dance skins and all that stuff. No, I don't expect to see something on RuPaul's Drag Race that I see her running around at the baton. But if it's like an evening gown, I had no problem with her evening gown from Continental, because you know that when she hit the stage, you know what it costs. So with the gowns, it's a little different, but I get you totally with like other category stuff and other those type of clothes.
I had to explain to people. About Tamisha Iman. I said, y'all will see Tamisha Iman 20 years after her prime. I saw Tamisha Iman late 90s, early 2000s.
Right.
You saw Tamisha Iman. It was like, oh my God. But you know, it is what it is.
She had a lot going on.
Yeah,
she had surgery.
She actually did she have a colostomy bag with her while she was on the show? So the Tamisha Iman that I fell in love with, baby, listen.
The Tamisha Iman that I first saw, but I was like, who the hell is this or?
Exactly.
Right. So episode 3. Now the lip sync came down to it was Amethyst and it was Princess Poppy. And I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I didn't care who went.
Both of them could have win. I was like, girl, both of y'all.
I
I mean,
wasn't mad at her.
It was the Diana Ross lip sync. Neither one of them gave me Diana Ross.
Yeah.
You know, they all could.
And Princess Poppy had not Poppy, but Amethyst had everything she needed. She just.
I wasn't mad at Princess Poppy going into the crowd, but the wrong song. That was the wrong song. If you want to interact, well, we got to see what Ru wants first. But if you want to interact with the other queens, I thought it was the wrong song. If for somebody for someone that RuPaul he loves, is an icon, that was the wrong type of performance for it. It was funny, but it was not the right time.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it was time to do an impersonation. It wasn't time to do comedy.
Ru don't play when it comes to Diana. He don't play when it comes to Miss Ross. He don't play. So you were supposed to give your best. And like you said, she had the whole gown thing working for her. She could have given
the hair.
Diana.
Right, she had the big hair and all.
Yeah, she didn't have to do nothing but just stand there. She could have stood in one spot and sold the whole song.
She could have.
I mean, she could have gave very much Diana. I mean, but whatever, girl. But the thing about it is, most of these girls don't know. They don't come from that world of lip sync and having to, perform and do that. So you asking them to do stuff that they're not used to doing. So
yeah, true.
But I think the perfect blend of being.
So we get into episode. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, babe.
That's fine. What I was saying is that you laughing. What I think is a perfect blend of a drag queen is not just what the new school is doing, but the old school. Study what the old school is doing, and also study what these young people are doing too. And there's a perfect blend for both. Because there's nothing wrong with being a TikTok queen. Because I've heard of Sugar and Spice before this. I didn't know who they were. I was like, oh my God, they find as men and women. Okay, I see. I'm looking out for them. And there's actually
I just think they need more performance underneath them in front of real people.
But you could tell they're babies to that. And I like that one of the girls are mothering them. I don't know if that's the right one that should be their mother, but I do like that somebody.
But I think she is. I think she is because she's from that Houston world where she'll toughen them up, and she'll and James can tell you in the drag queen world, they will eat you alive in that dressing room. They will eat you for dinner. If you don't know nothing about it, they will.
Sometimes with her, it comes off as a jealous spirit. From Miss Isabel Brooks, it kind of seems a little hint of jealousy sometimes the way how she speaks.
Yes, absolutely, and I've lived through that kind of thing. I had a friend of 20 years who I kind of looked up to, and there was always this unspoken competition. That's why you always see me say, I don't like that old unspoken competition stuff. But where you kind of take what that person says and you listen to them. That person told me years and years ago that I should never wear any hair other than black hair and like a red streak, like maybe red streaks. And I stayed away from color forever. And then I fell into blonde one day and was like, that bitch done lied to me. Like honestly, I mean, years and years and years. I didn't touch on I was over 10 years in the business before I ever touched like a colored piece of hair.
Just because you thought you was listening.
Wait, Jose think Mistress is the same age as the twins. I thought Mistress was much older than the twins.
Yeah, Mistress is a two-sided, two-faced or something. Hey, I see her.
She's giving Amadeus type spirit.
Et tu, Brute.
I agree, D.
So I guess this would be a good. Before we get into episode, this is a good time to sort of have that conversation that we've been kind of touching on. This episode, I feel like the producers went out of their way to give us a old school, new school, unwritten old school, new school thing, right? We have about 4 or 5 people who said that They started doing drag during, lockdown, and they was basically are all, TikTokers or social media influencers, and they do not have a lot of in the club experience. And then you have the quote unquote old school that kind of came up that way, where they had to, get in the club and get it out the dirt. So I know El Teddy has very strong opinions about that. But I want to start with you, James, because you've been there and you've done that. Like you've been in the clubs, you've been on the pageant scene. Like, so what is your opinion on I guess the internet queens, the social influence drag queens versus the traditional, doing it the traditional way, so to speak?
See, I'm very, very open. I don't feel threatened by or any of that. I like that the show has actually gone back to bringing queens that we don't know, because that was always my draw to the show. Is like seeing queens that I don't know and seeing different things that I don't know about. There's something definitely to learn about them, because you can get stuck. Like, I'm gonna always be Milan. Okay, I'm gonna always be Milan. My aesthetic is always going to be my aesthetic. And that's one of the things that you'll hear people, the haters will say, oh, it's this, that, thing, and the other. Sweetie, I am who I am. I'm a drag queen, but I have a whole character. She is a specific character, and she will float and play and float and play. But I always go back to, I am Milan Trésor, period. I'll never change over and be just like Spice. That I would look ridiculous. But will I take maybe an eye that Spice did and work that in with who I actually am? So I see the purpose of everybody. I don't see one as better than the other, or I don't we can't do it without all of it. That's how it grows. That's how it keeps on going.
I feel like Lux said it best on the show when she talked about how it's important to have a social media presence. I think it was episode 1 when Lux spoke about, if you're a drag queen in 2023 and you don't have a social media presence, you are the problem. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. I don't think that today's drag queen should get fixated on just one thing, because the younger crowds are social media girls, but you still need to ingratiate yourself with the older girls, because that teaches you, that helps you cut your teeth in the drag world. So you still got to get out there to the clubs and do the performance and everything. But it helps if you're looking at seeing, okay, what's on social media? How do I ingratiate the social media girls? Because you can cross paths. You can get the social media girls to come out their mama's basement and go out to the club every now and again. And then you can get the club girls to go, you know what I'm saying, on the TikTok and Instagram and stuff and Twitter and stuff, and find, other ways to do things. Because, and I do think there should be the. So that's the wonderful thing that I think, and that's why I said from the beginning, I think the people who casted Sugar and Spice did them a disservice, because I think that, because I do feel like while they're great in social media, they do need to go out and perform a little bit more in front of real people and see what that feels like, so you can feed off of the people, because drag is feeding off of the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
But drag is a very cliquish sport. You know that, right? It was needed, because now this is the catalyst for them to get to the club, because you can't always get to the club. It's just like, ain't nothing changed. You remember back in the day when you standing outside the club, and if you don't look a certain kind of way, they don't let you in. That is very much how drag is. But
what I'm saying is, if Sugar and Spice never felt there was a need for them to go to the club, they would never go. And so I do think this helped them to say, let me go perform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they didn't know they needed to. Now they do.
And I think if they add that, they could be a force to be reckoned with. The two of them, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. If they go,
I don't like both of them. I like Spice. I was team Spice from Meet the Queens. I ain't never liked Sugar. It's Sugar's Spice,
okay, but Spice is that girl.
Spice is the talent. Sugar is the hanger on her.
Mm-hmm. And every
She's a
time
cute guest star for a number of things.
Sugar
like
always talked about needing Spice. Spice did not always talk about needing Sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. They said say that.
Yeah, that's part of it. You know, I don't like bitchy queens, so that's what kind of cancels Sugar anyway. So, but no, I'm not a Sugar fan. But Spice, I thought she was fierce. I was Team Spice until episode 1 and 2, and that's when I fell in love with Anitra. But when I did my review on Meet the Queens, I was Spice. Me too. I gagged. I lived for it. I see it, and I think Ruth seen it too. That's why she split them up and sent her ass on home.
I would have sent both of them home.
Yeah. I felt the same way about
because I knew.
I felt the same way about Irene.
You got a delay, really big.
I'm sorry.
I
feel like I'm
gonna go out and come back in. No,
that's why she keep cutting you off, D. She ain't trying to do it. She got a delay. She ain't rude like that all the time.
She got. I was like, is she giving me Miss Isabel Brooks?
No.
Amadeus.
Yeah, I decided to wait and see. I said, she ain't rude like that all the time. I had to make sure it wasn't this time, honey. I said, no, she got a delay.
Spill it, boy. I'm the same as you, but I'm like that because I work in a dance world. I don't like bitchy or people that think they're full of themselves in that, in the performing arts world round. I liked Irene until that bitch walked in and talked about, oh, can I say the B word?
Probably not.
Now we don't get it.
I liked her until she talked about love.
There she go.
Oh, there she go. Amadeus. But I liked Irene's aesthetic, and in Meet the Queens, I fell in love with her. I was like, oh, this girl can go far. But then when she started talking about the girls, and I get that's the realm, but not everybody is like that. Not everybody can take. Look at Lux. Lux can't take them kind of reads. So you got to be careful with how you talk to people too.
I agree to a certain degree. I agree that when you get in this kind of world, I think Irene should tone it down. She can't go full throttle like she would back at home, but those girls do need a little bit. Like, you gonna need a little bit because you have to start to integrate. Because after you get off this show, you're gonna go out in the world and start to, be in the, that drag world, and those girls gonna give it to you. So you got to know how to interact with those people too. So,
but that's between friends, L. Teddy. That's not just because if a queen that I don't know come at me like that, that's when you see backstage when the girls be getting their faces sliced. She's not their friend, and she was overbearing.
But what I'm saying is, that's why I said she need to dial it back. But what I'm saying is, these girls don't even like you to say boo to them, and they ready to break down and cry. I'm not saying she go full throttle, but baby, you gonna meet some adversity out in the world, baby. You gonna have to drag a bitch in a minute. Hey, bitch, I don't know who the fuck you are, but I am who I am. Move your ass over. That's the kind of stuff you got to be ready for every now and
again. Yeah, you're gonna have to fight. You will have to fight because they'll try you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never was one for that. Don't make me. Yeah, don't make me the butt of your joke, and I don't even know you.
Right.
Because these girls are vicious. They'll do anything they get to get the upper hand.
Jealousy though, sometimes.
And it is, and that's why I say you got to be ready. A little bit. Have one or two reads ready, locked and loaded for a bitch that come for it.
So let me ask y'all this, because it hasn't happened yet, even though they jumped the snatch game several episodes. When it comes to the reading challenge, because we know it's coming, who you got the money on?
When it comes to the what?
The reading challenge, because it's coming.
The reading challenge, when they open up the library.
Can it be more than one
Who's
person?
Your money on? Oh, that's a good one, Ebbie.
Can it be more than one person?
Yes, I feel like.
Go ahead, Auntie Ed. You were speaking.
I feel like my money, because she's so quick with it, is on Lucy. Just from how what she showed us as Joan Rivers, she's real quick with it.
Okay.
My money may be on Lucy. Now, listen, Sasha been in this business for a long time, and I feel like she's read a bitch or two. So I don't think she quick enough.
Sasha ain't smart.
I don't have no faith in Sasha.
You got to have some intellect to read a bit. You know, to read a bit, you got to have some intellect, and maybe she don't give me that.
I'm gonna tell y'all who going light it up, Patty. And I can see it now because of her confessionals and how many confessionals she has. Miss Amethyst is going to tear them up.
I agree.
Amethyst is going to light them up, and Mistress is going to think she's going to get with her. She's going to tear her up.
Oh,
and I'm waiting.
I can definitely give you that. I think Amethyst is definitely, she has definitely been dropping some one-liners. Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
I feel like
one, Ebbie. That was a good question.
I feel like if Lux gets in her bag, she could, but I don't think that she's ready, and I don't think that I think she'll be more intimidated.
Oh,
I feel like Lux doesn't have as much confidence.
Right, I think she'll be intimidated
to stand in the
floor. She's had some one-liners too, but that's in a confessional. It's different when you got a bitch in front of you that's reading you, and baby, you got to read them down too. I feel like she's gonna be too scared.
Right, she's gonna get tripped up. She gets tripped up because when Lucy was firing at her in the beginning, it tripped her up. Like, what? Wait a minute. And you ain't got time for wait a minute. Get her.
You know, wait a minute, baby. You got to be ready.
Get her.
Yeah, she needed to get her because she didn't even know her. I'd have got her.
What?
Dad had to tell me to shut up so they could bring the next room because I'd have been tearing her up, honey.
This is a question for y'all on the panel. Do y'all ever watch the show and you be like, "Oh, I wish a bitch would." You be like, "Oh, I wish I was there." Baby, the way I would drag this whore, but still, girl.
I will tell Miss Isabel Brooks, you need to borrow Lucy's wrench for them heels.
Girl, the way I would be dragging these whores, girl.
Wait a minute,
I ain't never got past the confrontation.
You saw them shoes that Isabel was wearing in her entrance. What were you thinking? I know you was ready to tear her ass up.
I was just thinking when it happened, when the first thing she said out of pocket to somebody, baby, I would have just turned around and gave her an old nasty salad read, baby. I'd have looked at her shoes and said,
right. Like,
I wouldn't have said a word. Honey. Pan camera 3 over this way, honey. And I'd have looked down at her shoes and I'd have said, I'd have let her have it, honey. I know good and well, honey, you ain't sitting up talking mess with them muffins with a nail on them, honey. Don't you dare, honey.
She looked like she gonna
I'd have lit her soul on fire, honey.
Them damn heels on those shoes.
It'd have been an old nasty piece of read, and it would have been all non-verbal, honey.
Right.
Just like I would have read Miss Amethyst when she came in with the tennis shoes on. And, what was the episode 1 when she came over with, girl, where are you going with tennis shoes on?
It's a talent show.
Yeah.
Like the rule has been clear. Okay.
You've been around the world, but you ain't got no heels
4,
on.
They threw us for a loop. No, not at all. They threw us for a loop in episode 4, and they gave us Snatch. Nobody was ready for, right? I was like, Snatch game. So we still have what, 14 queens, and so they broke them up into 2 groups. So team 1 or group 1, we had Selena Estes playing Mary. We had Marsha playing Tim Green. Lux playing Amanda Lacone. Malaysia playing Saucy Santana. Mistress was playing Rosie O'Donnell, and I wrote / Abby Miller because at some point she morphed into Abby Miller. Like she started off Rosie, ended up Abby Miller, but okay.
Was that intentional?
It wasn't.
I don't think it
wasn't intentional. It was not.
I don't think it was.
I don't think it was
over the top with her Rosie.
She wasn't. She
looked like Abby. She didn't look like Rosie. She should have used her regular hair.
She really could have used her
If she'd
regular
have
hair.
used her real hair, she'd have looked more like Rosie.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 And
Because
then Robin
that wig
Karen
looked like Abby.
cute.
That looked like Abby Lee with her nasty little self.
It did. It did.
I can say it. You know she's from here, honey. She's right here from Pittsburgh. Honey, we don't brag about her. We brag about Billy Porter. We don't brag about Miss Abby, honey.
Oh, blue.
I'm going back on mute.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I don't want to sound too. I know it's drag, and I don't want to sound too pious, but I was really, really not feeling Selena with this Virgin Mary thing. I'm not gonna say that it offended my religion. I just thought it was in bad taste. And you didn't make
I didn't think it was in bad.
If it was funny, that would have been one thing, but it wasn't
bad. It was just bad.
It was better than half of them that was on season 5 when old girl, not season 5, season 4, when Latrice Royale had to read them. Now that was horrible.
I feel like we're in season what? 15, 16, what season?
15.
Girl,
it was rude.
Better than that Virgin Mary foolishness. It was not good at all.
It was rude, and I promise you, by the end of the week, there'll be some articles about it. It was rude.
Well, the lights was cut off during her confessionals.
Karen was horrible. The girl who did Karen was horrible.
Yeah, we already talked about Karen. Yeah, we already talked about Karen with Miss Robin.
She's boring, but Sahara was boring. So,
now I feel like of this first group, I think to me, I didn't really care for Mistress. I like the Tim Gunn, who was Marsha. That was my favorite one of the group. And I feel like the Saucy Santana Malaysia, she missed her moment. She could have carried with that Saucy Santana, and she missed that moment.
Because she looked just like him.
She really did.
I just needed a couple well-placed Carisha, please. Carisha, please.
All right.
Or get up and twerk. I mean, if she got off one. Yeah, I mean, it was a lot she could have given us. It was a lot.
Playing with the nails.
I agree with Elsa.
It was a big moment for Saucy, though.
Like Saucy, I was just waiting for her to get a one-liner in there somewhere. Anywhere.
I think she did more for Saucy than it did for her. I think it was a huge moment for Saucy, but she did more for Saucy than it did for her.
I agree.
That was huge.
So the second group, we had Jax playing Mona Lisa, Spice playing Miley Cyrus, Lucy playing Joan Rivers, Sasha playing Ann Crouch, Sugar playing Tanashi Reyes. I don't know. Amethyst was Tan Mori, the Tan mom or whatever, and then Aurora played Bretman Rock. That whole, for the exception of Joan Rivers, they could have thrown
let's stop right here. Let's stop right here with Aurora. How you on this show and don't have a fully fleshed out character for Snatch Game? Did you think you wasn't gonna get there for it?
And the other thing is, Ebbie, Bretman Rock is iconic. Everybody knows who Bretman Rock is. And if you're gonna do Bretman Rock, I knew who when he said I'm doing Bretman Rock. Bretman Rock got like 24 million subscribers or something like that. Like everybody know who I was looking. Okay, if you gonna really do Bretman Rock, and he didn't do Brett, I was like, girl, you lost right there. I knew he lost right there. And to me, the one who did Tammy Faye missed the moment, just like Malaysia when she missed the moment with Saucy.
Nobody did Tammy Faye.
He means Sasha.
Sasha did Tammy Faye.
No, she did another televangelist.
She did the predecessor to Tammy Faye on Anna Crouch.
Oh yeah, she did no, she did Crouch. She did Crouch. Yeah. No, she didn't do Tammy Faye. She did Jan Crouch. Fine as Jan Crouch. I'm sorry. She didn't do Tammy Faye. She did Jan Crouch. But her hair didn't give me Jan Crouch. You know, Jan Crouch gonna give you a purple hair with a little swoosh with the bang. She didn't even give me a Jan Crouch look. She gave me more of a Tammy Faye look, and she missed the moment. But that Jax with that Mona Lisa was stupid. That was the dumbest one. That and Miley Cyrus, the Miley Cyrus got on my nerves.
That Miley Cyrus made sense. Miley Cyrus has given us so much over the years. That was I can't even finish my thought.
I was offended on Miley Cyrus's behalf.
Miley Cyrus was awful.
Yes.
It was awful. Now, was that Sugar or Spice?
That was Spice. Sugar was
that was Spice.
Tanash Mateus. I don't know if I'm saying
Trisha
that right.
Trisha Paytas.
Trisha Paytas. Oh, I can't
Is her hair pink or purple? Because Jan only pink or purple.
It's like,
I told you, you got to have like a purplish pink hair for Jan Crouch. Mama gives you purplish pink on TVN. Yes, ma'am. That's Jan, honey. She gonna give you that purple or pink hair.
Now, I
would just like to personally thank Lucy LaDuca for saving this snatch game, because if she wasn't there, we would have been in trouble.
Lucy was amazing.
It would have been hard. I don't know what we would have been.
And Marsha.
And she tried to help each and every one of them. She really did.
I absolutely positive.
What happened?
I absolutely positively knew this moment was coming. The minute that we had twins, I knew they were going to have to lip sync with each other. I said they're going to find a way to make them in the bottom. I didn't expect it to be this soon. I thought they would keep the little gimmick going a little longer. But we find Sugar and Spice in the bottom, having to lip sync, and I think that was a horrible lip sync as well.
But they told us really be in their confessionals that they had already rehearsed it. Like they kept saying, y'all gonna be in, like they were setting us up, and they told us in their confessionals before it began that we doing this in tandem. Baby, y'all would have went out in tandem.
First of all, the producers didn't even have to fix this for them both to be in the bottom, because they were both horrible.
I agree.
Terrible. And the only reason Aura wasn't in the bottom with them,
she should have been. Aura should have gone home.
No, her Aura's runway, Aurora's or whatever her name is, runway was better than theirs.
I don't remember it.
It was the black velvet dress and she turned around in her back.
The black velvet with the vertebrae on the back.
With the vertebrae with the spine out. Yeah, that was her.
That's what saved her.
That's what saved her. Mm-hmm.
And she was overacting. All she had to do was just walk. I mean, just her acting. I didn't get around. I don't know what she was trying to do.
She knew it. She had to put the razzle dazzle on it because she was fighting for her life.
But once she turned around, that's all we needed.
I wasn't crazy about this. Let me rewind a little bit. I wasn't crazy about this runway.
I didn't like it
was
either.
A nightmare, and nobody. Only
I feel like nobody.
2 or 3 night. Like, I think
Lux was the best one for
me. Coco
Why would everybody a spider? I don't understand.
No, I'm sorry, you all. I'm sorry, but Miss Sasha was the fiercest goddamn broom that I've ever seen. I said, "Girl, she was a living witch's broom."
She was a fierce broom, but it didn't give me nightmare though.
It was what's his face? Tim Burton. It was Tim Burton.
It was very, very Morticia Adamsy.
Yeah,
very Morticia.
It was Tim
Adams.
Burton. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Now she looked good. I ain't gonna lie, she looked good.
Tim Burton.
But I
the only one who gave me nightmare was Lux. To me, that was the only
with the brick on her ankle.
I like that a lot.
Listen,
yeah,
I didn't like that.
She understood the assignment.
I liked her.
I liked her.
The girls from Dragula would have ate this category.
I liked her makeup. I liked her makeup and everything. I'm gonna say this: what was up with all the spiders? When did this become synonymous with nightmare? Like there was like 3 people that had a spider thing.
A lot of people are scared.
It was like 4 or 5 people
about spiders. So I don't know.
Arachnophobia, honey. Don't nobody
I have serious arachnophobia, so I understand. That is a nightmare.
But wait a minute, I have to do this. I have to do this because it's just too easy. I wasn't going to do it. El Teddy.
Yeah.
So you like Lux, huh?
No. I just like what she did for this challenge. I don't really care for her overall, but I like.
So that gave you a nightmare,
huh?
That gave you a nightmare, and that was a nightmare to you. Why, El Teddy?
I just like that she turned into what is that a zombie. I like the
Whatever.
zombie system.
Okay, so it didn't have nothing to do with the ankle monitor.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh,
Nothing with the ankle monitor.
well, you know that's
She had ball
you
to
know,
say.
El
I
Teddy
don't,
like
I don't do ankle
he
monitor.
like a little rough man.
Now, so I was going to say, I thought that the
Whoa,
nightmare was the fact that there was an ankle monitor, which is okay, but it was feminine with a high heel shoe attached to it instead of
I didn't even catch it,
muscular
and I
with a
thought it was
boot,
just.
honey.
Now, if she had on the ankle monitor, I didn't see. I always saw the little cinder
She
block.
had a cement block, yeah, child.
Yeah.
Her ankle.
Not the cement block is the ankle.
That's a monitor, child. That's
No, but
synonymous.
here's the deal. No, did you
Ankle
hear?
monitor.
No, but James, did you hear what one of the other girls was like? Girl, it's made out of foam. Pick that shit up. Like when they were all walking off, when they were saying, and they were like, "Girl,
Michelle.
it's made out of foam. Pick it up."
She's in
Michelle was
character.
like, okay,
She
girl,
was
like,
in character,
pick
but
it
they
up.
tripped me
Like,
out.
okay,
If
girl.
she did that, if that thing was made out of I thought it was a real cinder block because the way she was dragging
The
it,
way
and
she
like
was.
she almost fell over at one point. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, they're not gonna help her.
But when that other girl said it's made out of foam, pick it up.
Y'all didn't like Lucy's Jason Voorhees on the one
Oh,
side. Y'all didn't like that.
I did like the Jason
I
Voorhees,
did like that one.
I didn't get
I
it.
did like that one.
but the rest of the outfit, it didn't go with that to me.
Well, it was torn up denim. I mean, Jason Voorhees, he's no style icon. I mean,
Right, and so I felt like
But you know,
she gave me
but you
too
know
much.
what my least favorite was? My least favorite was Jax. What the fuck did she have on?
I didn't.
I don't
It was like that plastic
I didn't like it.
bodysuit with a snake.
I didn't mind.
Is
It
that-
was
her
Medusa.
face was like a snake. Yeah,
It was very Medusa.
I never saw the snake.
it was in her
She
face.
had a
It
nose.
was her face.
And then was
Oh, I
referencing
missed that.
Voldemort. Wait, daughter.
It was
No,
supposed
the
to be
other one that
Medusa.
didn't land to me was S titties when she said she was a zombie and she had
That
different
was so.
skin
Her aesthetic.
on her. I was like,
aesthetic.
how is this different people's skins?
Child, I thought that ass titties was on her way to a cookout.
Because
That looked like her regular look to me.
I didn't know what was going on.
Exactly. Yeah, it didn't give me.
Now she
Yeah, it didn't give me nothing. It didn't give me nothing. So we get to the list again. So Jose says that the twins were going to actually leave together, but then they showed it in Untucked that the ladies, the girls convinced them not to, the queens, I should say, convinced them not to do that in Untucked. So their plan was to exit together, but I think Miss is it Spice? No, Sugar. Who
Is
went
gonna
home?
flounder
Spice,
without
right?
his sister.
Sugar.
Sugar went home.
Sugar went home.
Sugar went home.
Sugar
I
went
think
home.
Sugar
Sugar
is
went-
Spice's healer, and Spice is going to spiral without her sister, and she's gonna be gone next episode.
I hope not. I want to see Spice do well.
I don't. I think she's going to grow.
I think so too.
So.
I think she needs
to.
Because her nasty little sister went out the door talking about I'm better than her.
Yeah, I think she got a little. Yeah, I think she got a little taste of what it's like, and I think she liked it, and she wasn't ready to go. Honestly, I think it was like, wait a minute,
like she's
I don't
gonna
have to
struggle.
leave. You the one.
No, I think she's gonna struggle this next episode. She's gonna make it through this next episode, and then after that, she'll thrive. I think she'll need this one episode to kind of grieve or kind of get over the fact that Sugar is gone. And once she gets that out of her system, I think she'll actually do well after this next episode.
Yeah, because Sugar needed to go on home, honey. Bye, Sugar.
I think of the two twins, that Sugar is the emotionally stable one of the two. And
Sugar's nasty.
Spice, and Spice is going to either have to learn to get herself together without the aid of her sister always being there, which is going to be very difficult because they've been doing it since they've been in the womb with each other. So this is a sink or swim moment for Spice. What you gonna do now that your touchstone is not there anymore? What you gonna do?
Learn how to be around other people instead of that little nasty sister, honey.
Right.
Damn. I did like, I don't know if you guys watched the Untucked, but I did like the Untucked because you got to learn more about both sisters. And I assume that their parents love all of this. Their parents don't like the stuff that they do.
Oh.
They don't. Because they said we go home. No, if you watch Untucked, they were saying that their mother would tell their father, I don't know why they do this. I don't like it. That's why they moved to California out of Long Island.
Dang, they moved all the way across the country.
Well, I'm glad they said it. Now, when it comes time for the reunion, honey, and the big finale, I don't want to see their family out there giving. Oh yes, we just love them because then we could drag, honey. Oh, you like them now because there's $10 mixed in with the soup, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Right.
Yeah, don't try to follow that, D. I'm
gonna watch the replay because I don't know what it was, but it got me.
It was a mother. It was a motherism. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so what we're gonna do before we leave, I'm gonna go around and I want to know who at this moment right now, who are your bottom three and who are your top three. I'm gonna give y'all a minute to think about it. Who are your bottom three and who are your top three, like as of right now? I'm gonna just start with Ebbie and work my way around the room. Ebbie, your three and your top three.
My bottom three are Jax, Aura, Amethyst. And my top three,
bottom three, okay.
My top three is Sasha, Lux. I want to root for everybody black, however. And Lucy. What I said, Lucy and Lucy. Those are
all right. Lucy. All right. Abby, El Teddy, bottom three, top three.
Oh, this is so hard. My top three is Lucy. Lucy. Why are people calling me right now? Okay. Lucy, Irene, believe it or not. And
Irene is gone.
Irene is gone.
Irene left on the first episode.
No, not Irene. I'm sorry. I'm not Irene. Mistress. Why I call that woman Irene?
Did you put her in the bottom? You put her in your three bottom?
No, she's in my top.
Who, Irene?
No. Mistress, the big girl from Houston.
But where'd you put Irene?
She's gone.
I know she's gone, but before you realized she was gone, where'd you put her?
Oh yeah. I don't think she should have left the first episode, but
okay.
I don't think she should have left the first episode. I don't know where she would have landed by now, but I don't think she should have left the first episode. So okay. I have Lucy, Mistress, and I'm gonna go with. This is so hard this early. Lucy, Mistress, and I'm gonna go with Malaysia, just because I can. My bottom three are
Malaysia, just because.
Amethyst, Jax, Marsha.
Marsha.
I feel like this is difficult. This is like in the primaries
when
you kind of pick a candidate.
It's so hard. It's hard. I did mine. Wait, I'm done. I did mine.
I know. They didn't catch on. They didn't see it. My bottom three. Aura, you needed to go from the beginning because you're not one.
Oh,
You're not the
that's who I missed. I forgot about that horse. She in the bottom three, but she below the bottom three.
You want to see a fine Filipino? Go to Fulton Street. Okay.
I agree. Aura should have been in my bottom three. Can I
that hip hop dance was hard. Anyway, this is not what it's about.
Yeah.
Aura.
I forgot about it.
Unfortunately, Jax, I low-key want her to win, but she's not making it easy. She's not making it easy. And Aura, Jax. Who else is there? Oh, and Amethyst.
I would do Jax, Amethyst, and Aurora now that I think about it, because Aurora is pretty horrible. Aura, whatever her fucking name is.
My top three, of course Lucy. Lucy's a front runner for me right now. Lucy, I want to say Spice.
Mm.
And maybe Lux. Something about Lux.
Okay.
All right.
Sasha might make top 4. I don't think Sasha's winning though.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not gonna win.
She don't need to, actually.
I don't think she's gonna win, but I think she'll make it further. Because let me say this. I don't okay, here come Mother. For me, it's just a lot of people that are just so forgettable right now. We need to get rid of. It's just a lot of people that's like for me. Mother.
Ooh, Anitra. Shit.
Anitra.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No problem.
I was trying to lift this pan into the oven, honey, and hit the wrong button.
What you cooking?
Oh, what we cooking? Cooking?
Chicken Alfredo.
You too far away.
Well, that sounds good. I'll be there. I'll be over there, and I'll be over there in about an hour. Sounds good. Who are your top 3 and bottom 3, Mother?
Where I lost y'all? Wait, I lost y'all. Where y'all at?
Can you hear us?
We can see and hear you.
We right here.
Oh Lord. Okay. Okay. Well, y'all can hear me. So.
Hear us?
Okay. So, my top 3 are Anitra, Lucy, and Anitra, Lucy, and Old Spicy girl.
Not Old Spice. He called her Old Spice.
He got okay.
Hell, I forgot Anitra was on the show.
Yeah, I forgot Anitra was even on the show.
Just that bad.
Great.
I forgot Anitra wasn't even here.
I love Anitra though.
Okay,
I think
Mom, you
Anitra's
there?
cuter as a boy than in drag. She's much cuter as a boy than in drag.
All of them is fine. Well, a lot of them, not all. A lot of them are fine.
Okay, I'm sorry. We didn't hear you. Somehow you got kicked backstage. So say it again.
Who's your bottom?
Bottom. We rejected all bottoms. That means we rejected all bottoms today. No bottoms allowed.
Oh Lord.
I know bottoms allowed, Jesus.
Mother.
This shit is too easy.
No bottoms
I don't know if
allowed.
it's me or him because my computer is actually.
I can't hear Mother.
When I get off of here, I'm gonna have to.
No bottoms allowed. That just means
Mother,
no bottoms allowed.
Can't hear you. Okay, maybe
no bottoms allowed. No bottoms allowed.
Stop it, because this joke is too easy.
El Teddy. That's no.
That joke is too easy.
Why is it really be freezing like that? Like
mean,
really be, you are really freezing.
Who, me?
No, really be.
Oh.
All right, I'm getting ready to shut it down anyway because I'm having some computer issues. So
yeah,
let me get his mother's back.
Okay, I'm sorry. Ciao.
No problem.
I'm using the phone. That's what it was. It's given ridiculousness. Okay. So Aura, she's gonna cancel herself out at some point because I think she's just like a 2-trick pony. So she's gonna cancel herself out. Robin, again, I think Robin's only being here because of the fact that she looks like Sahara, and it's kind of like nostalgia to have her here. But that's going to end probably next week. Jax, he can go ahead on where he's going.
He can.
Thank you.
And that right there, I still say, y'all sleeping on Amethyst. Amethyst is going to show y'all something.
Okay.
Well, she better hurry up because
she gonna show y'all something. Because there's something underneath there that she just ain't. There's something in there.
Next episode, because Mama ain't showing me nothing right now.
She's gonna show you all something, honey, and I'm gonna come back and say,
I'll be happy to eat my words if she do show me something.
I mean,
and I didn't get to say this earlier.
Closed doors, and I might feel different about you.
I didn't get to say this earlier, but the strangest thing overall with the looks for the Snatch Game, Marsha as Tim Gunn was dead spot on. Absolutely. As far as the look. None of them could touch how much she looked just like Tim Gunn.
She did. She sounded like him too.
She did. She literally had him down.
I just keep calling her the old man because I don't even know who Tim Gunn is. But
I want you to Google Tim Gunn. You are going to gag when you see him.
Project Runway or Making the Cut.
How does he do his hand when he walk? How he has his hand like up here or something like that?
Yeah, he holds his hand almost like it's a chicken salad. Mm-hmm.
That is a chicken salad. Yeah.
Wait till you see it. When you see him, El Teddy, you'll understand what I'm saying. You're going to gag.
Oh, I think you're going to love him.
But to me, she won that the first set of girls. She was the best one to me out of the first set of girls to me.
I can't give her that.
El Teddy, Tim Gunn would be, because Tim Gunn be getting the children together.
Yes, he does.
He's very critical. You would like him because
and he's the smartest fire, honey.
This fabric, you thought this fabric was the correct choice?
Yeah, white.
Like, I guess not.
The one that gets me is right. No, this is the one I love when Tim, because he's on Project Runway. He's like a mentor, and he kind of helps them. Well, he used to be. Now he does it on Making the Cut. Here's the one that used to get me with Tim Gunn. You might want to rethink this.
Right. And they always use words that ain't nobody thought of in 20 years.
He does.
He will. He'll be like, he says, "Oh my goodness, Heidi, I'm verklempt." Like, what? Tim Gunn is a hoot, Heidi.
Listen, you can tell when Tim is over it because he'll miss no words. He's like, it looks old. It just looks old.
I like Tim Gunn.
Or old school, he would tell somebody to, like, he very seldom gave you a direct critique and said, get rid of or add this. He very seldom did it, and the people wouldn't do it. Oh, he would be mad. He would be mad.
Everybody wants a gay uncle like him, honey.
To keep it in the pocket.
You know, YouTube is good for giving you best of Tim Gunn. You know, I'm going to search for best of Tim Gunn.
Promise there's a video like that because he says some stuff. You be like, oh, no, he didn't, honey.
Yes, he
did. Child. This got to be on YouTube. Best of Tim Gunn. Best of Tim
Everybody's gay uncle, Tim Gunn, honey.
Yes. He will get you right together. And
right here, Tim Gunn's greatest moment. I'm about to send it to you right now, El Teddy.
See?
I knew it. Listen, I was already going to be searching for that anyway. So I already knew that was going to be there.
And you know what, El Teddy? I'm going to send you a text message too. I have something I need to ask you. Okay. And I know you can deliver it.
Okay.
I have a question. How do y'all feel about the hour? The hour episodes. Y'all think? Do you miss the hour and a half, or you prefer?
I don't need the filler. I'm good with it.
Because
I'm good with the hour.
Because the main thing they got was talking. Like, I'm okay with that.
For now, but we're going. I'm going to miss the mini challenges.
Yeah, I do like some of the mini challenges. I mean, the only one they're probably going to have is the reading.
Yeah, some of the mini challenges are better than the maxi challenges.
I hate the reason that we're getting to our episode because I want no parts of your girl over there on this Friends of WeHo or whatever.
I gotta watch. I was going to watch it last night.
I'm in the middle of watching it and reviewing it right now. So when I get done, I gotta finish.
Why we gotta wait a whole hour?
I refuse to review it.
I want to watch Untucked. I'm ready for a fight.
I refuse to review it because I don't like that whore. Bitch, pay your rent.
Watch it then.
Be nice, Teddy.
Dorian is not likable on it either.
I'm sure you would. Listen, I told y'all that was my highest rated video last year. So if y'all think I ain't gonna talk about him, I am. But anyway, y'all, I want to thank everybody for being here. Everybody up here is a content creator on YouTube. Subscribed.
Who you calling a content creator on YouTube, Penny?
I'm a YouTuber. I am not a content creator. I'm a YouTuber.
What's wrong with being a content creator?
I'm just messing with Really B Chow.
Oh, see, I don't know, so I feel left out with the.
She's trying to have her professional clothes, honey, and you know we ain't got no decorum, honey.
Right, content creators do like porn and stuff. Like
that is not.
No, you just can't let me a classy bitch. You just can't let me try to
I'm
be
gonna
classy.
let Dustin Ross tell y'all what a content creator is.
And he'd be wrong as well.
I want to thank everybody for being here.
What I heard he said the other day.
Bless the Lord.
She great. Get y'all. Go ahead, baby. Get them, honey. You folks need to learn some respect, honey. Go ahead, Really B. Wrap this up.
That's it. I'm trying.
Push the button.
Please make sure you hit the like button.
Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry, Really B.
That's it. Jesus fix it. Follow everybody on everything. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you.
You already said follow